It is nice to see you once again, and I wanted to ask you, what the fuck? Why is it so bright there?
Because anal connection brights my life, the life of our listeners, and all the other lives of people around us. And because it's only 8:30 in Prague, and it gets darker only by 10 p.m. here. So
The difference is like dramatic, really. We gathered today to discuss the new words. This week is the week of very handy adjectives that students and all people, all listeners of our podcast can use every day. Yes, in different spheres of life. And I wanted to start with a little story, with a little confession of my emotional swings. As a blogger who just started blogging. Like yesterday, I felt awesome, really awesome, because I scrolled reels and I watched lots of motivational videos and so on, and I had this big motivation, and I thought like, oh, everything will work. We will be these people in future, like oh, we reached the point of 1 million listeners a month or something like that. But today I feel so low, and I don't really know why, but I feel blue. And do you have any handy way to fight these blues?
yes, recently I had almost the same situation at work when there was just a lot of tasks to do during that day and during the days around that one. So I was really, really busy there. And at the end of the day, I felt very low motivated. The weather was terrible. It was awful because it was raining hard. It was a thunderstorm, and I got home only by 10 p.m. And then I recalled the phrase of Kratos from God of War, from the fourth part. Yes, his son Atreus, he did something wrong, and he started to apologize to his father, like, sorry. And Kratos took him like that and told him, don't be sorry, be better. And this is the phrase that I repeat myself every day. Every time I feel low, I repeat myself. Don't be low, don't be sad, just be better. And this is the way how I cope with that.
These first 5 months of 2025 are really busy for me. Like blog, new project, like huge plans for the future. And I don't feel like amazing right now. Yes, I feel that I really need a break. So, and my question to you, like when your day is super busy, as you told me, yeah, how do you relax in the evening?
Okay, so when I have a busy day, I just come home. I just come to my cozy place. I cook something tasty for myself and I relax. I can speak to my friends, I can phone them, or I can call them to come to my flat so we can hang out for a little here. And yeah, I just try to distance from all of those busy things inside my head so that life looks easy. I told you how I cope with busy and hard days by cooking tasty food. So my question to you may sound a little bit strange, but did you cook anything tasty in previous last days?
Excuse me, why strange? Yeah, okay. We both know that I don't like cooking and I don't really cook well. But my best friend, здесь сейчас будет shout-out to Светочка. My best friend shared the great recipe. So, and I'm going to share it with you. And I really cook it like maybe twice or even 3 times a week because it's very easy. The recipe is very handy, and the dish is super tasty. Like, I would say extremely tasty and extremely easy to cook. So the recipe is super simple. You need to cut the mushrooms. Then you need to slice the chicken breast. Yeah. After that, you need to fry the chicken first, and then you need to add some mushrooms. So you fry mushrooms and chicken together. After that, after like maybe 5 or 7 minutes, you add a special spice. Absolutely. Maggi. For chicken. So then after that you add something about like 100 or 200 milliliters of cream, 10% or something. And the last but not least is some amount of cheese. I usually grate all cheese that I have in the fridge, absolutely. So that's not a big amount of that, something like maybe 200 or 300 grams. And while this all mixture is boiling, and cooking, getting ready, I put this grated cheese on the top and close the pan with a lid and wait for, I don't know, maybe 5 or 7 minutes, and it's done. And it's super tasty and extremely handy and simple recipe, really. And I really spent like 30 minutes, and it's absolutely amazing. Absolutely. And the most important thing that my husband loves this recipe.
I also have one very handy recipe. I will show you what that is. Those are burritos! You can put there fucking anything you want to put there. I put there ground beef fried with cottage cheese, scrambled eggs, vegetables, different vegetables. So there's like peas, corn, carrots, mushrooms, and all of that is covered in protein cottage cheese again.
Show the inside. I'm speechless. I don't really know how everything, I don't know, how it combines with each other. Did you know that since that year I'm allergic to cottage cheese? Can you fucking imagine this? For example, I drink tea with milk right now and it's absolutely fine. What?
Are you Bashkir or are you British?
British.
I hate tea with milk. It's so strange, like you're drinking creamy water. I've tried it dozens of times. Last time I've tried tea with milk was a week ago, and that was yet another shitty drink. Yes, there are some crazy people like you who pour milk inside tea and who drink.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You just told me that you eat burrito with protein, protein cottage cheese?
So we discussed the ways how we relax, but still, I don't know, where do you like to relax? So can you tell me about that?
When I feel sad at home, I sometimes go to our cozy cafe in the village, and I usually work there because nothing disturbs me. And I really like one friendly barista there. She knows me well, and she always makes me a tasty tea with my favorite recipe. Like they have their own recipe, but I like some modifications. This place has very friendly atmosphere and very cozy atmosphere. This place doesn't look like this is the cafe in the village or something like that. So it's super cozy.
Good. I'm glad to hear that you have a cozy little nice place where you like to rest. I don't think that I have one, except my home, except my flat. But yeah, there are some nice cafes and there are places in Prague where the staff already know me because I've been there quite a lot of times, and it's always pleasant to come to a familiar place where people already know you. Oh, by the way, I know one more cozy, and not only cozy, but also useful, handy, and just busy and great place. And this is your private Telegram channel. Nastya teaches you something, because Nastya really does.
Talking about different blog stuff and my different project. Like today, I posted a video about speaking. It is a really easy program, yes, for people to learn English, and it's very, very simple there. Like all tasks I usually give are very useful, and new words, they go right into the speech, like immediately, because we don't work by different books and so on. Like I write the program for the students and we work on the personal requests, right? So it is also handy because you can study like literally anywhere. For example, some of my students, they record me кружочки in Telegram or voice messages from elevators, from their workplace. Some of them send me кружочки even from, can you imagine, the Marine School. Yeah, I have one speaker student. She's going to be a captain. Can you imagine? Yes, she's going to be a captain because she and her husband, they love to rent some yachts or boats, and she wants to control the boat. Can you imagine? Yes. So, and as a teacher of English, do you have an easy study tip for learning? Can you share it?
From my personal experience, I would say that it's continuous, repetitive, useful actions. So basically repetition and context, because you have to repeat stuff that you want to learn, but you need to understand what are you learning. And here comes the context, which explains you how the word or the phrase is used in natural communication. Basically what we are doing here.
Can't agree more. Really, repetition, the constant drilling, of the words in different contexts really helps. Like I remember myself learning German, maybe you remember, a year ago, and what I always did is listen to the same songs I understand. I read the lyrics, and I also started watching German memes. And it is really helpful because you understand the humor, you understand the culture, thanks to constant repetition. One more very useful tip I'd like to give you as our listeners and learners, English learners, right? So when you learn 5-10 words, for example, adjectives, look around your room and try to make simple collocations. For example, we have learned the word handy. So I can say that my AirPods are very handy because they are very small, and I can put it in my pocket, for example, or in my little bag, right? So I can take them anywhere. To make these little collocations, and not only in your room, but when you go outside, you can also describe. This is the key when you start thinking in a language, right? And you start describing everything around you. So it really helps.
This is really a key. And simple collocation. Protein burrito is fucking tasty. I can agree and I can relate to your words because I've been learning Czech a while ago. And yes, this is really a key to a success. Constant repetition and being in context. So
today we had very useful and handy conversation with you. So we discussed all the words, and I hope that our listeners will follow our learning advice. Don't forget to follow me on YouTube, also on Instagram, and don't forget to join the best private Telegram channel where you can learn 9 words every week and have super handy and useful exercises every day.
that is absolute true. So, and don't forget to, if you liked the video, put the like button. If you disliked it, put the dislike button. And yes, we are collecting feedback. And also, if you have some thoughts of what to improve or what to make, or you want to propose a topic for the next podcast, so you can do that below in the comments. And thank you very much for your time.